Have you ever felt that nagging anxiety when you see your friends posting about an event that you weren't invited to? Or perhaps you found yourself scrolling through social media late at night, worried that you might miss something important? If so, you're not alone. Welcome back to the Glow with the Flow podcast. This is your host Isha, and today we are diving into a topic that has become increasingly relevant in our digital age: the fear of missing out, or as we call it, FOMO. FOMO is a feeling that many of us experience, and today we are going to unpack what it is, what are its psychological implications, and how can we actually manage it. So, when I was researching for this episode, I googled the meaning of the word FOMO, and here is what I found. It is the anxiety that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening somewhere else, which is often aroused by posts seen on social media. Now, I have spoken about the effects of social media and how can we filter our influence of it in the very first episode of this podcast. So, if you want to learn more about that, you can go ahead and check that out. Today, we will be covering more about what exactly is FOMO and why do we feel it and how it affects us and how can we actually cope up with it. So, without further ado, let's get started. Let us start with the basics. FOMO was introduced in 2004 and it has gained significant traction since 2010, especially when social media came into the picture. It is defined as the feeling that you get when you see others having fun without you. And this feeling can lead into compulsive behaviors like you're constantly checking your phone for updates or you're feeling the need to be included in every social event. Now, think about it. How often do you find yourself scrolling through Instagram, feeling a twinge of jealousy or anxiety when you see your friends having fun without you? Take a vacation or a concert, for example. So many people go to concerts of artists that they hardly know. They're going there only because they want to experience a concert just like everybody else. And that is FOMO in action. Now, let us talk about the psychological and social implications of FOMO. FOMO is linked to negative emotional states like anxiety and depression. That is a very, very basic thing, and we all know about that. But when we feel left out, it can lead to the feelings of loneliness and we feel socially disconnected. And in fact, studies have indicated that individuals with high level of FOMO have often reported feeling more anxious and less satisfied with their lives. We all know that social media can multiply these feelings, and it creates a cycle where we feel the need to stay connected, yet we end up feeling isolated and lonely. It is a paradox, honestly, and many of us are navigating that on a daily basis. FOMO does not just affect our emotions, it can also impact our mental health and the overall well-being. As I said, that the studies have found that people who have more amounts of FOMO have more amounts of anxiety and depression. So, for instance, take the studies which have found the correlation between FOMO and sleep disturbances. Many people find themselves scrolling through their phones late at night because they are worried about missing out on something, which in turn leads to insomnia and poor sleep quality. And we all know how sleep affects our mental health and our well being. So, additionally, FOMO can also affect our academic performance. Like students who experience FOMO may struggle to concentrate on their studies due to distractions from social media. Like they might be physically in the class, but mentally they are in another place. Like they're thinking about maybe some other friends of mine who have bunked the class. They are going to the canteen and they might be having so much fun. And I'm sitting over here and I'm just, listening to this teacher talk about it. They cannot concentrate on either of those things. Like they are not feeling fulfilled in either way. And this creates a cycle of stress, anxiety, and low productivity. So now that we have explored the implications of FOMO, let us discuss some ways in which we can treat or cope up with the feelings of FOMO. I would start with something that I really love, and that is mindset. So you can actually reduce the effects of FOMO or even feel less amounts of FOMO if you just reframe your mindset when you encounter something that triggers the FOMO. Let us take the canteen example and see how we can actually reframe the fear of missing out. So you decided that you are going to sit in class and your friends decided to not attend the class and just go to the canteen and just have fun over there. And you're sitting in the class and saying, "Oh, what are they doing? I should also be going over there. Am I missing out on some important conversations that they're having?" You can reframe your mindset in a way by thinking about it as, I chose not to go over there because of so and so reason. For example, your reason is, I am really falling behind on this class and I need to attend this class so that I can have good grades, which is exactly why I came to college. And whatever they are speaking about, they might tell me if it is relevant to me. And I do not need to know something which is not really important and not really going to be adding value into my life. Another example that we can talk about is the concert culture. A lot of people have been going to concerts, and a lot of them have been going only because everybody else is going. They do not even know this person's songs, they do not even know what they're speaking, the language, and they are only going over there because this artist is pretty famous and they have marketed their concerts really well, and a lot of people are gathering over there. And you feel like, if I don't go over there, I might be missing out on a once in a lifetime opportunity. But ask to yourself, is it really something that fulfills you? Something that I ask myself very often when I'm starting to form an opinion through social media is that, this thought, is it something that is coming from within me, or is it something which is triggered from others, or is it something which I have absorbed from other people? Is it an original thought, or is it a derived one? For example, a lot of my friends went to concerts and I saw their stories and I saw them post about it. And yeah, for a moment, I did feel like, oh, it would have been so nice. I should have also been, going to this concert and I would have had so much fun. But I stopped and then I thought to myself, is it something that was my initial thought? When I did not see those stories, when I did not see people talk about it so much, did I really want to go to the concert then? No. Is going to concerts my thing? Do I enjoy going to concerts? Are they my definition of fun? No. My definition of fun is going to museums. I like going to some small public speaking events. I like going to stand up comedies. That is my definition of fun. Going to concerts is not really fun for me. I do not like a lot of crowd and I do not like the kind of things that happen in concerts. I mean, I'm not saying that concerts are bad and they're stupid. I'm just saying it is not something that fulfills me personally. And that is how I navigated my feelings of missing out on going to concerts. So you could use this and reframe your mindset and understand if it is actually something that you want to do, or is it something that you want to do because others are doing it. Another thing that you could do is reduce the use of social media. so obvious. So take breaks from social media. You can set your time limits, and as I said in my very first episode, just filter your feed. Unfollow, mark not interested to the people or pages that make you feel the feelings of FOMO. You can also consider having a digital detox every once in a while so that you can actually connect with yourself and intentionally disconnect from the world. Another thing that you could do is you can create an environment for your success. When by success, I mean feeling less FOMO. So do not hang out with people that make you feel that you're missing out, and do not engage in activities that trigger FOMO. Get a hobby and get interests that genuinely you find them fun, and so that you're busy enough to not feel FOMO. And instead of doing something that everybody else is doing, just explore new things and see if you like them without the pressure of doing them only because it is trending fun. Another thing that I want to mention, which would reduce your FOMO, would be if you know yourself really well. So, getting to know yourself deeply is a strategy that you could use to cope up with these feelings. So, you can journal for getting to know your emotions. You could also try gratitude journaling so that you would understand that you have so much already to feel fulfilled and you do not need the XYZ thing. You could also practice mindfulness so that you find it easy to reframe your mindset, as I mentioned earlier. Meditating, journaling, all these things really help you in navigating your emotions and feeling better about yourself and your environment. So you could try those. We have now reached the conclusion part of today's episode. To wrap up, FOMO is a psychological phenomenon that many of us experience, especially in this digitally connected, hyper connected world. By understanding the implications and implementing the strategies for coping, we can better manage our feelings of FOMO. I really encourage you to go back and reflect upon the times that you felt FOMO and how did you react to that, and what do you think you could have done better. It would really help you into understanding yourself and make better decisions in the future. That is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to reach out to me on social media or leave a comment. Until next time, take care and remember to glow with the flow. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.